Hello everyone, welcome back to more Let's Glitch Super Mario World. So last time I was trying to show something glitchy with these brown spinning platforms, and I'm going to try to show that again, except this time I know what I'm doing, so hopefully it'll go a lot more smoothly. Hopefully. Alright, so let me set this up the same way. Okay, and then I gotta dupe the block. There we go. Alright, and then drop you and grab you. Alright. So, now let me get Yoshi's position here. So, 7E00E8. This memory address keeps track of the X position of whichever sprite is in slot 4. And I know Yoshi's in slot 4 right now, so it shows Yoshi's X position. The memory address I was using last video was actually apparently not his actual X position. Like, it was kind of a different... It's apparently used to determine how close he is... Whoops, I need to... It's apparently used to determine how close he is to a berry or something, so he knows when to actually eat the berry, I guess. I don't know. But it's not his actual position, so this one should be more accurate. And... okay, I need the value to be... Alright, basically what I want to do here is I want to spit out the non-existent item in Yoshi's mouth while I'm riding on the brown platform. Which, as I showed last time, has some glitchy side effects, like the game crashing and stuff. But if you spit it out on a certain pixel, in this case, I want to spit it out on the 214th pixel of this screen, which is basically 16 pixels in front of Yoshi right now. And whenever Yoshi spits something out of his mouth, he spits it out 16 pixels in front of him. So, I want to spit out the sprite, or I want to spit it out when his X position is 198, like it is right now. But I need to press Y a couple frames before that, because it takes the game a couple frames to like register the input, I guess. So, I think it's the second frame of... so like this. There we go. Okay, actually, let me try that again, because I want to show what it looks like on the first frame. So, Yoshi looks kind of glitchy, and you can see like a green piece of punctuation above his head, above Mario's head or something. But the main thing is that now I have a cape and I can fly. So, yeah. Alright. So let me go ahead and show 7E0019. So this is Mario's power-up status. And as you can see, the value says 2 right now, because I have a cape. If I take damage and shrink, it changes to 0. If I become big, it changes to 1. And if I grab a fire flower, it changes to 3. So those are the 4 different values you can have for that memory address through normal gameplay, because those are the only 4 power-up states. Like, riding Yoshi doesn't count as a power-up state. It does change Mario's state, but it doesn't affect his power-up state, and same with P-balloons and whatever else. But yeah, so those are the only 4 values you can reach, but there's an entire byte of data dedicated to it, so that byte can technically store any value between 0 and 255. And the glitch I just did to increment his power-up status from 1 to 2, you can use that glitch to reach the 252 different unused power-up statuses. So basically, what the glitch does is it adds 1 to the power-up's status value, and yeah, that's basically what it does. Actually, depending on Yoshi's slot, it adds 1 to a different place in memory. Like, I'm pretty sure if Yoshi's in slot 0 and you do it, it adds 1 to the input. So you could actually like change the input in the game from what you're pressing to like a different value for 1 frame. It's kind of silly. Whoops. But the most interesting effect is the power-up one, so that's why I needed Yoshi to be in slot 4. Oh my god. Alright. So I'm going to do the double tongue glitch, and now, since my power-up value is 3 right now, I'm going to do the glitch again, which is going to add 1, and it's going to allow me to reach one of the unused power-up statuses. Now in this case, Yoshi's facing left, so I need the value to be 230. Like, I need his X position to be 230. So, like, right there. Alright, so this frame. Okay, that didn't work, apparently. Surprisingly. There we go. Alright, so the power-up value is now 4, and I'm Halloween Mario, as I like to call him. So you can see it has a very glitchy animation. He like holds out his arms and sticks up his head, then he runs forward, he looks up, he keeps running forward, he kicks his foot, he tries to turn around, he starts swimming, he jumps, he looks up, he holds out his arms. I don't know, he's got a very glitchy animation cycle, because obviously this power-up status was never intended to be reached, so they didn't program an animation cycle. Also, even though he looks like Small Mario, he has all the same properties as Big Mario, so I can break blocks, and my hitbox is actually bigger than it looks. See, you can, like, I hit the block kind of early there. And you can even see the Big Mario when you spin jump every few frames, you see, like, part of that animation. So, basically, any non-zero value in this power-up state thing will allow you to, like, break blocks and stuff like that. Anyway, now, there's some other interesting stuff with this. So, I'm pretty sure this glitch was discovered, let's see, I think it was October 2010, which is why we called him Halloween Mario, because it was, like, it was fitting for the Halloween season, I guess. Anyway, but, like, also he's, like, black and orange, which is kind of Halloween colors. Although, I guess it's a little more red than orange, but whatever. Let's see. There's some more stuff you can do with Halloween Mario. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the level, I guess. And make it an extra safe state here. So I'm pretty sure it was Bahamut who discovered this glitch, the power-up incrementing glitch, PI, I guess, for short. But, I think he found it on accident, and then I think it was, like, Mister who figured out how it worked. I could be completely miscrediting people right now, I have no idea. But, interesting things happen when you collect power-ups as Halloween Mario. Like, the Fire Flower, nothing interesting, okay. The cape, nothing interesting, okay. But, the 1-up crashes the game. Kind of interesting, I guess. What else? I guess the mushroom, I can show that in Donut Plains 1, I guess. So, alright. So, a mushroom makes you Fire Mario, which is pretty silly. So obviously the game, like, checks your current power-up state to determine what to give you when you collect a power-up, and each of them act differently. And now I'm going to... I think the only one I didn't show was the Starman. So let's go to Yoshi, or let's go to Star World 2. And I get a cape. So it's pretty silly. Alright, and that's all the different power-up states. Now there's one more thing I want to show with Halloween Mario. I actually need to make my way to the end of the level, so this might take a bit, but let me just... Oh my god, no. Okay. Let me try to pick up running speed here. There we go. Oh no, I was gonna try to spit it. Sometimes I can do that, if you know the timing for it. There we go. No, no! Well, actually it doesn't. It kinda matters, okay. Oh my god, I can't... Why is this so hard suddenly? Oh well. Alright. If you bring an item through the goal tape as Halloween Mario, it turns into a Starman. Which, as we established before, gives you a cape. But it also has another side effect, because for some reason, there's a memory address in the game that they never actually used, but they were probably planning on using it for something. But they left it in, and essentially what it does is anytime an item is transformed into a Starman at the finish line, which normally never happens, but using PI you can do that. If a Starman if an item transforms into a Starman at the goal, it sets a value, and that value gets incremented, I think by like 16 every time you load a new level, or like a new room in a level. So if I go into Donut Plains 3, it updates the value. If I go into Morton's Castle, the castle intro counts as a room, so it actually updates the value here, and it updates it again inside the castle. And if I do that a couple more times, once I've loaded I think it takes like 6 or 7 times before it kicks in. Alright, there we go. So yeah, now I've got star power. Basically, it's some function in the game that they never actually did anything with, but basically what it does is it gives you star power after you load like 7 rooms or something. Once the value is high enough, it gives you star power. So it's pretty silly. I like floating through the air in my sliding animation like that. It's kind of fun. Anyway, so yeah, that's a pretty silly thing. Now, there's not really much left with Halloween Mario that I can show, but luckily Halloween is long gone anyway, so it doesn't really fit the theme of the video. So let's do some more stuff with PI, because it's fun. And so I'm going to glitch Mario even further by doing the glitch again. Obviously I can't use the double tongue method to set up the glitch, because collecting a power-up to do the double tongue glitch will change my state. So I need to use the double Yoshi method like this to get nothing in Yoshi's mouth. And then when whoops, I need to be careful here. Whoa. I'm trying to, like, stand in just the right spot. Okay. So, it's gonna be, okay, 196, 7, 8, 9. So let's try this frame. It didn't work, but I'm guessing it didn't work because of rewinds. So let's turn it off and try that again. There we go. Now, I'm Christmas Mario, as I like to call him, because he's kind of red and green. Although it's a really ugly looking green. I think it was Kaizo-man who said he looks like a fruit snack, so he calls him Fruit Snack Mario, but I like Christmas Mario better because it fits the holiday theme better. By the way, Merry Christmas! This is the Christmas special episode, I guess. Anyway. It's a little late, but anyway, yeah. So that's Christmas Mario. He has different effects when you collect power-ups. Like I think the only real difference is, yeah. See, I still turn into Cape Mario, but it puts a mushroom in my item box. So that's the only difference between him and Halloween Mario. I think it like always puts a mushroom in the item box. Now I need to turn on rewind. So you can keep doing the glitch over and over to keep adding to the value, and you can get to really high values and start getting really glitchy effects, but that obviously takes forever. So, and even in a TAS, if you like optimize it, it would probably take like half an hour to get to anything like interesting. I'm probably exaggerating, I don't know how long it would take, but it would be really repetitive and boring. So instead I'm just going to cheat and manually change the value. So 38, that's the one I want. So this one's kind of interesting because when you collect a 1-up, let's fast forward a bit. Whoops. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. Okay, so when you collect the 1-up, it puts something secret in your item box. So I'm just gonna make another save state here, and then I'm gonna go into Donut Ghost House here, and I'm gonna drop Yoshi from my item box. And he turns half invisible, but that's okay. So yeah, this is the only way you can bring a Yoshi into ghost houses and castles and stuff. Although you can, whoops, oh my god. You can't enter doors while riding Yoshi unless you're Small Mario, which is kind of interesting. Whoops. Like, see now if I try to enter the door I can. I couldn't before. Oh, and he disappears in the next room. Because of the intro at the beginning of this level, the little, like, ghost house intro. When that is enabled, Yoshi will be deleted every time you load a new room. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's some fun stuff you can do with Yoshi. Actually, there's something else I want to do with the Yoshi in my item box while I still can. So let's go to Yoshi's Island 2. Alright. Alright, how do I want to set this up? I guess I need to get a Yoshi, and then I'm gonna... Let's see. Alright. No. Okay. 11. 10. Whoops. 9. Oops. I think Yoshi's in slot 8, so this will be 7, 6, or maybe that was 5 because the shell was there. 6. Come on. 4. 3, and then 2. Okay, is that all? I don't want slot 0. Okay, so let's go get a shell, which will fill slot 1. I need to respawn it. Alright, so the shell should be in slot 1, Yoshi should be in slot 8, and slot 0 should be empty. Assuming I did all this correctly. Then the mole here will spawn in slot 0. I'm going to drop Yoshi off the level, get the mole to respawn in the slot that Yoshi was in, and then drop my Yoshi from my item box here, and then press Y, and actually I'm going to make an alternate save state, and then press Y, and Yoshi spits himself out. So, basically, wait. Whoa. Alright. Basically, when you drop Yoshi from your item box, for some reason, the value that normally determines what he has in his mouth, that value is normally set to 255 by default if Yoshi has nothing in his mouth. But for some reason when you drop him from your item box, it gets set to 0 instead. And because of that, the game thinks that he has the sprite in slot 0 in his mouth. So if you drop Yoshi from your item box with his mouth full, if you drop another Yoshi off the level with his mouth full first, then the swallow timer from the first Yoshi transfers to the second one, which is how I made his mouth full. And then when you spit it out, he spits out whichever sprite is in slot 0. But in this case, I spawned him in slot 0, which means he spits himself out, which is pretty silly. And you can even wait for him to swallow, and he swallows himself and gets a coin. It's pretty silly. Yeah. Also, I wonder, I could show what happens if nothing's in slot 0. It's kind of interesting It's actually pretty silly. I guess I have to rewind for this, though, before I spawned Yoshi. Actually, before I dropped the first Yoshi. Oh my god, it's so far back. It's like watching a movie. Alright, so I need to actually... Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. Because the mole already spawned in slot 0, didn't it? So I need to prevent the mole from spawning in slot 0. I need to even prevent the shell from spawning back here. Man, I didn't think this through. Okay. I'm not positive this will work, but let me... Okay. Now let me... I'll just use the P-switch, I guess. Why not? Okay. I have to do this carefully. I can only spawn like one sprite at a time without screwing this up. So I need to make sure nothing ever spawns in slot 0 in this level. Okay. Which means the chuck might be a problem. Maybe. Alright, now let's drop this Yoshi and the P-switch off the level. And... Okay, there we go. So, now he has wings, and when I spit out the item in his mouth, it's a... I think it's supposed to be a green Koopa. I'm not sure. The green Koopa is the first sprite in the game's like internal sprite index, like a sprite table or whatever. It's sprite number 0. So it would make sense that if nothing ever spawned in slot 0 in the level, that it would default to sprite number 0. But the Koopa doesn't look green. It actually has a really weird palette, which is part of the reason Yoshi got wings when it was in his mouth. Actually, I'm pretty sure this palette corresponds to Mario's palette, which is pretty silly. So since Mario has a glitched out palette, let's try taking damage. And then... Yeah, see. And then when this Koopa enters... Yeah, it is a green Koopa, see. Alright, so, yeah. But you'll know... I like how the palette changes when Yoshi takes damage like that, or when Mario takes damage. It's pretty silly. Anyway, I guess that's about all I can show with the glitchy Yoshi. The only other thing I could think of showing is maybe PI 106, but it has the potential to crash the emulator, or crash the game or whatever, and I don't know. Alright, let me try to show it, I guess, but the video might end here. Hang on a second. Let me make an alternate save state. And then I'm actually going to change this value to 1... You can't even see this, can you? I'm going to change the value to 106. And then... Okay, so... This is this palette, and now... This might be the end of the video, so thanks for watching. Bye.